Can't you hear the thunder? I said you better run, you better take cover. To the man he trying to tempt me. Ooh, because I come from the land of plenty. And he said, do you come from a land down under, where women glow and men plunder? Can't you hear the thunder? I said you better run, you better take cover.
Okay, for what it's worth, here goes. This isn't a natural place for me, but it might be entertaining, and I hope at the end of it that perhaps my son Dominic might be able to take something away from it as well when he watches it in a few years. It's become, and you'll have to forgive me, I've got a few notes here. It's become apparent to me over the years that I've lived a somewhat extraordinary life and a vastly different lived experience to what most people have. It doesn't mean I'm an author though, so writing a book on some of these things I don't think I'd be up to. Doing it on video, at least the concept proved easier. So I'm a locksmith. Life experience has been pretty much hilarious. So I'm just going to refer to my list, and some folk might shoot us a message and go, hey, that's the story I want to hear. So I've got a few here. Well, being shot at, numerous stabbings, federal police drug bar.
A few minutes later.
With an imam, actually, so that was interesting as well. But it's basically what I do is I have a unique cross-section of the community here in a city, and I see a lot of different people, and I'm a naturally curious person, so I'll ask people about their experiences, and some of them are just mind-boggling. And it does make me sad that a lot of these experiences do get lost to time when there's so much to gain from it. So I was hoping that maybe I might record a few of these rather than having to pen something. For today, we're just going to start off light. It was near the end of the day and I was driving up a hill. So I'll try and do this. So I was driving up a hill and I've looked across out the window to my right, and it was about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And there was this young Indian chap pushing a small car up the slope, and it looked quite hard, so I quickly yanked on the brake and jumped out and started pushing. I ran past one house, and there was a Chinese couple. I think they were watering their front yard, and they must have been, and by a guess only, so don't lynch me on this, they would have been maybe late 50s, early 60s. So there was a young chap, Indian chap, in the car. He looked all of 21. They were having engine problems. Another chap at the back, about the same age, maybe a fraction older, pushing. And I've got to tell you, I am not the fittest of specimens. So in this case, I think my enthusiasm well and truly overrode my ability, a theme of my life. And then all of a sudden it got easier, and I looked across just as I was just about knackered, and it was this mature-age Chinese gentleman and his wife. And thank heavens we only needed to push it about another half a block. We got it up there, so there was 4 of us doing it. And the English was a bit halting on both sides. There was lots of thank yous. But as this chap and his wife walked back towards the house, and I still had the car running on the side of the road with the park brake on and the hazards, he turned to me and he goes, "You good man." And I'm not going to indulge my narcissistic side on this, but he said, "You good man. You help, we can help. We all human. Thank you." And with that, they walked inside. And it was only when I got into the vehicle and I started driving, I got to thinking of a few things, and that was, if you look deeper into it, the Chinese and the Australians have had friction over COVID. The Indians and the Chinese have had friction over border disputes during the same period. There are a lot of reasons in life to dislike someone, but at the end of the day, we're all just the same. And I think that's what this chap was trying to say. It wasn't "you're a good man," it was "good on ya." Like, that showed that any of us can do it, and he and his wife chipped in, and it was a nice thing to do. So with that said, I'm going to keep trying to give in to my weaknesses just a little less every day and be a better person. And there's a final postscript: always remember to never take yourself too seriously, because it's altogether too hot here in Queensland. So you just got to do what you got to do to get by. Stay true.